What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me today to check out this highly requested video, man. Before we jump right into it, I hope everyone is doing well. Special shout out, man, to Deanna and Phil, 210K subscribers. I'm not gonna lie, that is beautiful. Checking out their video today. 16 things not to do in Germany. Now, 16 things my American behind should not be doing. Oh, absolutely not. When visiting your beautiful country, original video link will be in the description. You guys already know how I do.
What's up, everybody? We are Deanna and Phil. Deanna is from the United States and I am from Germany. And in this...
Interesting. Deanna is from the US. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this. Now, instead of me running my mouth this whole video talking about the differences between the US homes and the homes in Germany, we got Deanna right here. Oh, this is beautiful. Because I know you guys don't want to hear Strac talk all day.
Video, we're going over 16 things that you should not do in Germany.
Alright, so some of these things are a little more serious and some of them are going to be pretty funny, so let's just get right into it.
Okay.
Alright, number one, you should never recycle wrong or throw away your Pfand.
Pfand!
So Germany is a pretty green country and people tend to take their recycling pretty serious. So if you're here, you should not just throw everything in one bucket, but separate it between plastic, metal, paper.
I'll forget about it. Man, we see this all through the stores and supermarkets. Yo, this is a recycle right here, right? I done seen people throw some crazy things in the recycle bins. You know, things that shouldn't go in the trash that kind of belong in, you know, maybe a glass bin. Like, it's just a lot of stuff. People don't really recognize the differences. I think it's hard for people to understand that out here in the US. Because it's like, they see a hole in a bag or they just assume it's trash, they're going to throw it there. They'll leave a bin outside or something, and they're going to fill it up with trash. Welcome to America. You know, convenience. Oh my gosh. Like,
Rest and all that good stuff. I don't even know how many there are.
So Pfand is a deposit where you pay a little extra.
The red one got to be hazardous or something, right?
And all that good stuff. I don't even know how many there are.
So Pfand is a deposit where you pay a little extra on bottles or cans and you'll usually return them at a little machine in the supermarkets where you get a voucher and your money back for...
What? So we can make our money back from spending money on this stuff? Bro, come on. This is beautiful, guys. The amount of water bottles I drink a day, I got 2 sitting right there. I drink about a case a week. What? A case of 36. Man, I'm going hard about 6-7 water bottles a day. And that's something light. And that's me trying to keep it to a minimum. Like, oh, let me ration the water. I got to buy some more. Like, I'll be running through the water. I'll pay a little extra for these bottles and turn them in. And get some money. Yo, y'all doing things right out there in Australia. This really forces the people to be clean, recycle the right way, and give them a chance to make some money back. This is how you motivate the people. You know, sometimes you gotta motivate them with a little cash.
Usually return them at a little machine in the supermarkets where you get a voucher and your money back for doing a good thing.
Nice.
So never throw away your Pfand bottle. Pfand!
Bro, that's nice.
Number 2, you should never drive on the left or the middle lane of the Autobahn. There's actually a law in place that requires you to drive on the right lane on the Autobahn at all times unless you're overtaking somebody. So if you're not planning to go...
Somebody did tell me that. They was like, yeah, Strac, you won't be driving on the left side unless somebody's overtaking you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're overtaking somebody, I guess. I won't be driving in Germany anyway. Some people were telling me that tourists could actually drive in Germany. Like some things, I don't even know if that's true. I'm going to just go ahead and tell myself I can't. They're not letting me on the Autobahn. Nah, man.
Super fast and overtake a lot of people, you're required to drive on the right lane. So don't drive in the middle or the left lane slowly and block traffic because people will get aggressive.
And honk. Number 3, don't walk in the bicycle lanes. In Germany, there are a lot of different bicycle lanes in and out of the city, and especially in student towns, there'll be a lot of bikers. So don't walk in them. Walk in the pedestrian zones.
Y'all got pedestrian zones? Unless we talking about the street, okay, I get it, bicycle lane, but nah, that pedestrian zone, I know what you're talking about. That pedestrian zone and that bike lane, oh, we gotta share that. We gotta share that, you know? People walk to the right and let the bikers go to the left closest to the street, just in case they gotta go out into the street a little bit and go off the sidewalk or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just makes sense. sharing it don't make sense though, because we do got some people they don't know what they're doing, and if that biker run into you, both of y'all gonna get injured. Come on, and you know we don't got free healthcare. You know it ain't getting taken out our taxes. So go ahead if you want. Go ahead and spend some days in that hospital if you want. Your behind gonna have a nice bill. I was gonna say check. It ain't gonna be a check. It's gonna be a bill waiting for you right at the door.
Or a sidewalk, that's what they're for.
Number 4, do not address strangers using their first name. It is kind of funny, but in Germany for the word you, if you address somebody, we have 2 versions. There is du and there is sie. And sie is a polite version. It also implies that sie, you're on a last name basis. So that is the polite version to use. And if you meet somebody for the first time, or especially an elder person, you use the polite form. You do not use their first name. You are on a last name basis and use the sie instead of the du. And if you get to know a person very well and you're on a friend basis, on a first name basis, then it's fine to use the first name and the du. Du Diana.
Is that like a, respect? It's like a respect thing. That's anywhere, right? I don't know how it is in a lot of other countries. There's a lot of countries, but as far as the ones I know, it's like a respect thing. Like, you don't just call somebody their first name, especially if you don't know them or if they're older. You don't do things like that. That it's kind of disrespectful. Now, if you're an adult, it gets interesting, because it's like, if I go to Australia and I'm an adult, do you have that privilege, to use that first name? Is it, less disrespectful, or is it like, nah, you always use that last name? I don't want to get that mixed up. It's a little different out here.
Instead of the du. And if you get to know a person very well and you're on a friend basis, on a first name basis, then it's fine to use the first name and the du. Du Diana.
Du Diana.
Alright, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just take it. Like, as a tourist, I'm gonna take it as like, be respectful. I'm not calling nobody by your first name in the first place. I don't, unless we're friends or buddies. That's how I move. It's a respect thing, I be feeling like some people, just knowing my luck. So, excuse me.
Number 5, don't use public transportation without a ticket. A lot of the public transportation systems are controlled a lot.
I like to say, ma'am, how you doing, miss? How you doing, ma'am? How you doing, madam? I do things like that, guys. Every single day. I'm not gonna call you by your first name.
Use public transportation without a ticket. A lot of the public transportation systems are controlled a lot, and there'll be men and women who just appear once the ride has started to check on everyone to see if they have a ticket.
Yeah, they're undercover. And the fines are usually kind of high or out of proportion with the ticket prices.
Yeah.
A number I always have in my mind is 60 euros, but nowadays it might be even more, like 80 or 100.
It's not worth it.
Okay, number 6, and this is a little bit more of a serious one. You should never show the Nazi salute or joke about Nazis in Germany. Of course, because of the history in Germany, it's kind of a forbidden thing to do. And most of the Germans nowadays were kind of raised by this post-World War II anti-Nazi generation.
What makes you think just because they German, they're all for the Nazis? Yeah, a lot of people I spoke to too, they think like, don't mess with Germany, don't go to Germany. What you mean don't go to, okay, why shouldn't I go to Germany? I'm so serious. You already know, man. Germany, don't go to Germany. I'm talking about how beautiful it is. They say, well, but you know about Germany. I'm like, what? Hey, I'll go to Germany, but the Nazis in it. Bro, you think everybody's walking around there throwing up that salute? Walking around like that? You think everybody lives by that? That's just the history. That was one crew guy. That was one guy who had people working for him. It was really one guy, the mastermind of it all. Don't try to include all Germans and make it seem like they all like that. I thought that's the main reason I really started this channel, because people tend to look at y'all from the outside like, ooh, because what you watch the movie, you watch the striped boy pajamas. What's the movie called? Because you watched the movie in school, because they taught you about it in school. That's all they taught us about it. They didn't even show us the landscapes and the stuff y'all got to offer. They only taught us about the Nazis. This guy, that to go piss me off. Let's play the video. Cause yeah, like a lot of people, bro. Why you thinking that they got something to do with that? You go there and we got people from Germany that's like, I don't like that. Absolutely not. That was horrible. I learned about that, where my Germans at? where my German's at. I'm pretty sure y'all can speak for yourselves in the comments, man.
If another person comes to the country and does anything Nazi related, it's so out of our minds that it's so weird that the world still thinks that. So that's quite offensive and you should never ever do that. And by the way, the same thing also applies to sing the old version of the national anthem. And I think around the world a couple of people still think that might be it. And it's the one with the Deutschland, Deutschland über alles. That is the Nazi anthem. You're not allowed to sing that anymore. The real one is Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit, blah blah blah. That's the newer national anthem, and that's the only one that's supposed to be sung in Germany.
Number 7, don't gossip.
I'm actually learning some history, guys, because I honestly didn't know that you switched your anthem. I didn't know that you was going by his anthem before, and then... Oh, okay, all right. And then you actually switched it to another one. That just goes to show, like, if all of Germany was really with that, don't you think they would have kept that first anthem, no matter what other countries thought? Come on, bro. People got to start thinking, like, use your brain and start to dig deep and learn about these countries. I'm so glad I made this channel. I'm so glad I made this channel, man. For real. Good.
In English in public. Most Germans have a very decent grasp of English and they'll probably understand you. I know it's very common when people go to other countries, they tend to gossip in another language. I've heard it spoken in different languages all the time, and it's a little uncomfortable and embarrassing when other people understand you.
Facts.
So to avoid uncomfortable situations like that, gossip behind their back.
Number 8.
That's cool. Because that's when I shock the world. Look, I'm gonna shock you. I understand you. You know what I'm saying? People want to speak other languages. One day I want to be like, I want to speak to them right back in that language. Yeah, I know you're talking crap about me. You know what I'm saying?
You should never disrespect the German quiet hours. So every day, or rather every night, like from 10 p.m. till 6 or 7 a.m. the next morning, in Germany, by law, there are quiet hours. So you're not supposed to like play loud music, do construction or anything like that. Most of the country kind of abides by that rule, which means there's very little noise pollution during the night when you're trying to sleep or relax. And I think it's a kind of a nice thing. So if you do that, the Germans probably will call the police on you because they think they're in the right and they do that and the police knocks and like, turn it down. Never.
Oh yeah, they do have the right. It's that curfew, man. We gotta sleep. Same out here. I don't hear people's lawnmowers and construction workers till about 8 a.m., 8:30. Yeah, don't start too early now. Come on. Don't start too early, but start early. For real. Like, you can still start early, how productive, but you gotta be here 5, 6 in the morning. No, that's pushing it, man.
Ever disrespect the quiet hours.
Yeah.
Alright, so before we continue with the video, we want to take a quick moment to remind you guys, please go and like the video. It helps us out a lot. We're still a small channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. I can see that about 80% of the viewers are not subscribed to the channel. Also,
Word up. I know that's right. About 80% of my viewers not subscribed to me. It's probably more. What's up? What's up? I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe.
Hey, Patreon, Jeff. So for 9, don't solely rely on credit card payments. In Germany, there's still a lot of things that are pretty cash-based, and sometimes your credit card will even be rejected from a stall, a bakery, or a vendor. So it's important to note and make sure you have cash on you. So number 10, don't expect small talk. If you're from the South...
This is a lot. This is like every country, right? Same with the U.S. I mean, we are in a rush, guys. We all live in our own lives.
You're used to the good old Southern American small talk. That's not...
Oh, maybe in a down south? Down south? Not over here my way where the city be at. No. People don't got time for that. You want to have small talk, it might be, watch where the F you going? Yo, what the... You looking? Or something. Or I like your shoes. What's up? Or what up, brother? How you doing? Or just a nod. That's how people do it and keep it going. Even the negative interactions don't be long. Literally, like people just don't got time.
It's gonna happen, and it's not trying to be rude. It's just a cultural difference. So don't expect to chat with a random stranger about the weather or something.
Number 11
set me up.
Is do not expect free water anywhere.
Oh, what you mean?
If if you're used to the American way, you go to a restaurant and the waiter comes right away with a nice bucket of cold ass water and refills you for free all evening long. That is not a thing in Germany and you should not expect that. I think it's quite of a dumb thing, but water in German restaurants is quite expensive and most of the time...
I'm sorry, I just don't agree with the paying for water. I'm not judging, I just don't agree with paying for water because water is something free. It's something that's within our bodies. You know, most of our bodies made up of water. You know, we need water. As babies, we were in water. Water should be free. It should be something in this world that is free for us, you know? It should, you know, okay, if you want to charge us for everything else, cool. But water, I feel like if it's a bottle of water or something like that, cool. We got to make profit. But like, filtered. I'm not talking about tap. If it's a filtered water or something in a cup, it's a glass, yeah, why you going to charge me for that? No. I mean, okay. I mean, all right. But how much is it, though? How big of a difference? Because he just said it's expensive.
A dumb thing, but water in German restaurants is quite expensive and most of the times even bubbly.
Sprudelwasser.
So in some places you could actually ask for tap water and potentially get it for free, but a lot of places don't even do that, and if they do, it might be a little frowned upon, but in general you should not expect free water everywhere. Number 12. Do not enter a house with your shoes on.
Oh, absolutely.
So all around.
Don't get me started, guys. Oh, don't get me started with the house with the shoes on in the house. And as soon as you get to my door, you take your shoes off. I got a mat. I got a nice, comfy mat for you to put your feet on. You take your and my mat's clean. You can be barefoot if you want. You take your shoes off and leave them at the front door on the shoe mat. Don't walk around. I've seen too many people walking around with their shoes on, running upstairs in their room, hopping on their bed with their outside clothes on, with their shoes on. Me, I'm a little different, guys. I know. The outside clothes, you might be like, what? I'm a little different, guys. I'm a clean freak. I got OCD. I got no germs and none of that. You two walk in your house with my shoes on, get to walking. I will lose my mind. I will lose my mind. Yeah. Yeah.
Germany, it's pretty common to take off your shoes if you enter somebody else's house, or at least you should ask if you should take your shoes off. And
should I take my shoes off? Oh, that's okay, that's fine. Because some people's homes, you get to looking around and be like, it don't look like you take your shoes off in here, man. I don't know if I want to take my shoes off. You know, sometimes you'd rather keep your shoes on. I'm not gonna lie. You just ask them, like, you know. Maybe if they got booties, you know, the little footy things, they're called booties. Or you can call footies. It's like I guess you know how they have shower caps, little head cap that like doctors or surgeons wear. It's the same thing, but it goes over the bottom. I said over. It goes under your shoe so that it covers the bottom. So like any workers or stuff that got to keep going in and out of your house, you know, time is money. We don't got time to keep taking our boots off and tying them. So therefore, we just put the booties on. And we in and out the house, and we just take the little blue thing off, and then we we slip it back on when we come back in the crib. Simple. You know, if people prefer that, but if you come into somebody's house like me, I want your shoes off, man. If you a worker, I understand. I got the footies, but if you not working, you not doing nothing around this crib, I need them shoes off. Yeah, matter of fact, I need those at the front door. Yeah.
Sometimes they say, no, you don't have to, but a lot of times people take their shoes off right at the entrance, leave them there, and then just walk around in your socks.
Leave your dirty shoes in the front.
Yeah.
Word.
I'm kind of curious how many of the households do that. I would say the majority of the households in Germany do that thing and do not walk around with their shoes on. Maybe let us know in the comments below if you had to take your shoes off at your parents' house or how you do it at the moment.
So number 13, don't give advance birthday wishes. Even if it's a day before someone's birthday and you will not see them on their birthday, do not wish them a happy birthday.
It's not their birthday yet.
I learned that after coming to Germany. You are not allowed to wish them a happy birthday until on their birthday or after.
Is it bad luck? Oh, okay. Yeah, how you gonna wish me a happy birthday? My birthday ain't even to come yet. You know, I can see if you're late or if you go wish me on that day, but if you're late, it makes sense because my birthday passed. I had a birthday. Just had one. Don't tell me before the fact. That's like you bad luck, bro. At that point, what? Let me make it to my birthday first. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? Like,
their birthday.
Yeah, and I was
30.
surprised to learn
Give
in
me
the US
another
that a
day.
lot of people do that actually.
Some people will have a party a week in advance if that just works with their schedule.
So much bad luck. Number 14 is kind of a very serious one. You should never, ever expect to be dressed in a sauna on every beach. All right, this is kind of a funny one. We just wanted to throw that in there. In Germany, in a sauna, usually you are naked. You go in with a towel and then you take it off or whatever, but you are actually not allowed to wear any clothing. If you wear clothing in there, people can get the whatever security or supervisors and they'll throw you out or make you undress.
You must be naked.
Yeah, they're also
it ain't hard. You got a towel covering you. It's not like you exposed. Everybody still got their privacy. Don't wear no jewelry. Or you're gonna be burning. Don't wear no jewelry. Huh?
parts of beaches in Germany that are
I was about to say that. There are some beaches around the world, like nude beaches, like you could just walk around free.
especially for nakedness, nudity.
Beaches.
Yeah, nude beaches. We call it FKK, Freikörperkultur. And on these beaches, you have to be naked. It's not allowed to wear any clothes.
Like fully naked?
Yeah, fully naked.
Yeah, so I've yet to go to a nude beach or a nude sauna, but I'm open to it.
Ho ho. Should I be concerned?
Why? Just gonna be a whole bunch of older people. So number 15.
Facts. That's why I'm like, ain't nothing to be excited about. It's a bunch of older people, man. Hey, that's not my business. Well, I'm getting ready to ask how many people. It's not my
15,
business.
don't abandon your shopping cart. I feel like in the US, sometimes there'll be shopping carts spread throughout the parking lot, and they'll just be like a shopping cart ghost town. In Germany, that is not the case. You need a coin to access a cart, and you also want your coin back, so you have to return the
It used to be like that when I was younger. But, they stopped it.
cart to get your coin back. And it's a good system, it's nice, and there's not abandoned shopping carts.
Nah, people were still breaking them apart. Like, people were still getting the carts apart without having to put the coins in. I think that's why they stopped that whole little thing they had going on. As a kid, all the stores, they had that. And not anymore. I don't know if it got too expensive or if people was just like, I'm not shopping here, or they was bringing their own bags, or a lot of people was really breaking the carts, like, still getting them unhinged, and it's crazy. I used to be a cart attendant. I used to have to collect carts at Target. It's a cool job. Easy. Listen to your music and do you, but it is annoying seeing where some of the carts be. I'm like, yo, bro, the rack, you couldn't walk it right here, bro. You put it on the grass here. Is it the cart rack is right here? I be looking at some of the places. I can understand, people used to leave them far, far down. I'm not getting that. Unless I felt like it, I'm like, I'm going to run the clock. I'm going to go get that cart. Where you at, Strac? I'm getting your cart. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting your cart. I'll go walk like a mile or two and get the cart. I can see it. I'll go get it. But, like, no, it was ridiculous coming back, and I'm walking with the machine, and I got this big machine ready to haul carts from far away, and they all just congested, all in the same spot in front of the store somewhere, and parking spots in the grass everywhere but the cart rack, and it's literally right there. It's several of them in the street. It doesn't make sense. People are so lazy. And they got the mindset like, somebody get paid to do this. That's not how we should be thinking. And we should have respect for the workers too. They're not robots, bro. I used to have to be out there late before they close 10 o'clock. I gotta hurry up and rush now and make sure every cart is gathered now to make sure it's in the store on time before the doors lock. If I leave any out there the next day, the day before, it's an issue. It's an issue. There's homeless people. There's people that come and grab these carts and they take them home. They put a bunch of trash in them, or they out here, they do this with them. Like, that it goes to the company. That's what they pay their money for. And people just be doing stupid stuff. I'm getting mad. All my cart people, y'all watch this video. Respect to all my 9-to-5 workers, as a matter of fact, man. Now, real talk. Respect to all my 9-to-5 workers. I don't want to make this video long. It's already almost 30 minutes, but respect to all my 9-to-5 workers, for real. I done did it all. I done had so many jobs and stayed at them for so long, and just took so much BS, guys. So much disrespect for customers, and just like, you say sometimes like, I don't need this. I want to quit this job, but I'm not no quitter. It's like, you keep going with it, man. Let's have respect for the workers. It's a big issue I see out here in the U.S. It's annoying. I can't even park in the way. I'm trying to back up in the parking spot. I can't back up in the parking spot because there's a cart in the parking spot. Come on, bro. I'm sorry, everyone, for going on a rant. Let's have some respect for our 9-to-5 workers, please. Word up. I done did it all. Every category, you name it. Name it. Name it in the every category. I done worked it. Name it in the comments. I'm so serious. Name it. I vouch.
And our last point number 16 is, in Germany, you should not jaywalk.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't in New York City.
Yeah, but we're kind of in Berlin, so let's say you should not, but a lot of people still do it. Although I think the majority of the people kind of follow the rules and they do not jaywalk. You should always cross where the little traffic light is, and then only when the green
the man
mannequin,
tells you.
not the red one. And it's not that hardly persecuted, but you can actually get fined if you get caught in the act jaywalking. So the police sees you, gets you, and I don't know how much it is, 5, 10, 20 euros, something like that. So you should not jaywalk in Germany.
Okay.
All right, so those were our 16 things that you should not.
I feel like they actually just made some type of law. I think they actually made it illegal in the U.S. to jaywalk now. Too many people were getting hit. You know, you can't walk across the street. There's literally people that jaywalk and walk across the street on purpose though, so that you could hit them. And they're trying to collect a settlement check. That's how it goes. They're trying to collect a check. You know, some people get accidentally hit because it's not the crosswalk you're flying, it's not proper lighting. And then we got the people that's trying to play you and finesse you. Don't care if they lose their life, they're trying to get some money.
Do if you go to Germany. Let us know in the comments below if you can think about any other things that you shouldn't do in Germany. Also, maybe you've been to Germany and some things of these might have happened to you. We would be curious to hear about that.
Let me
As
know.
always,
Let me
thank
know.
you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Beautiful video, man. Let me know in the comments as well those last 2 questions they had, man, pertaining to this amazing list they offered to us today. Beautiful video, man. Beautiful, amazing video. Is it Deanna and Phil? Go ahead and get them to 300K subscribers. Get them to 1 mil. Get them to 1 mil. I can't wait to be at just 100K one day. That is a blessing. Y'all keep on grinding. Original video link will be in the description. Feel free to include, you know, anything that may have not been included on this list. You know, feel free to just add on to the list down below in the comment section. Educate your boy Strac. Feel free to share any personal experiences, man, with any other Germans or just, you know, just Americans or anybody else, travelers, foreigners, you know, tourists. Let me know, man. Did they do anything that was crazy, that was outright? You know, it's just like, hey, man, you're not supposed to do that. They're breaking the law, you know? And did you point them out? You know, did you kind of help them in like a low-key way instead of making it obvious? What is he doing? Yeah, instead of making the scene, did you help him out, you know? Please let me know in the comment section. Because yet again, we do have some people that make fun of the tourists, and there's some people that educate them nicely. I like those people, not the ones that make fun. Like, come on, what if we innocent and we truly don't know? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a double battle right there. Because it's like the people be like, well, what if you don't know? Then we got people like, well, maybe you should know before you come to the country. Oh gosh, give me a break. Everyone stay safe. Feel free to check out the Twitch and the Patreon down below in the description. Stay safe, and I hope to catch everybody in the next reaction video. Really enjoyed this, man. I'm sorry if it was too long. Really enjoyed this, man.